Good afternoon and welcome back to day one, State Champions Week, the Bendigo East Bowls Club. We're now into the quarterfinals of the women's singles. Got a bit of a cracker coming up for this one. Doolan from the MCC Bowls Club representing the YAR region against Nicole McKenzie from the Dandenong Club representing the Sandbelt region. I am Jimmy Wyatt and I'm joined by Tony.
Afternoon, Jimmy. Afternoon, everybody. Welcome to sunny Bendigo. Absolute peach of a day here.
We've ordered the perfect weather, really, haven't we?
Yeah, well done. There's not many things you can't organise, Jimmy, and the weather certainly excelled yourself here.
Nicole just drifting through. She's with the blue bowls. Tris with the white XGs.
Yep. Next are a Taylor GTR size 2. And Tris hence light XG size 3.
So the green will be up around about 15.5, 16 now. A bit of sun on it all morning. Plays real true both hands on the A green for those that know the Bendigo Bowls Club.
Tris Doolan had a great match earlier this morning. We caught the tail end of it, got up over the line over Carla Miles 25-19. Nicole McKenzie had a fairly comprehensive victory 25-11. She held game a couple of times to about 8 or 9. Got the last shot that eluded her for a couple of ends for 25-11. She knocks up Tris Doolan's bowl.
Rod Bates the marker for this one. Got three other games happening on this green. Also quarterfinals for women's singles. You can see Lorraine Dowson representing Strzelecki against the Liv Cartwright from Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields. Nicole Went, who we saw before, from Northern Gateway against Jenny Lawson from Murray Mallee. And we have Gu Engerberson from Metro West taking on Maureen Drennan from the West Coast region on this green.
Maureen Drennan had a great result. She was down 24-19 and got back up to win 25-24.
Great finish. The men's quarterfinals on the other green. We'll get some score updates for you. They'll be just kicked off the same time, so let us know who you're chasing and we'll get some updates. Just got to find a way around that front blue bowl now to add another. Holding one.
So you can almost use that bowl now to try and sit inside of.
Instead she goes the other way. She's probably the smarter hand on reflection. Bit quick though. Maybe one. Just to kick us off.
Rodney Bates, a high quality marker. He'll be able to give us a good indication with the paddles.
Yeah, he's part of our officiating and laws committee at Bowlswick. Plays at Yarra Glen Bowls Club. Lives out there as well, I think. Chums Creek or something, doesn't it?
Yep, just out of Yarra Glen, yep. In the hills, some would say. Nice part of the world.
His partner Deb's also marking. Well, she did mark this morning. Afternoon, Casper. Hope you're well, mate. Look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks at Moama for state pennant.
Lorraine Myers is cheering on Tris. Who do you think's going to get the chocolates here, Jimmy?
It's close. It's a tight game. I don't know.
There's no clear favourite here,
no,
is
there's
there?
not. They're both paying $1.50 sort of odds.
Might want to get a new bookie. You'd want at least $1.90 if they were both paying, but it will be a close one, that's for sure.
The draw's favourite, you know, mate. Good odds, 150.
Yeah, nice opening bowl from Nicole McKenzie.
Well, she's a pretty impressive bowler, Tris, but she's doing something even more impressive. She's managing to take off an underlayer without taking off the overlayer?
Yeah, that always baffles me.
How do you do that?
How that even happens. I don't know. My wife can do the same thing. I never understood it. Still can't understand it. Pulls it out of sleeve and everything. I don't even know. Struggle to get dressed and not put my own pants on backwards, let alone what that is. It's kind of an interesting day when that sun comes out. It actually is quite warm.
It is warm.
And it's 21 or whatever. It's absolutely perfect. But
yeah, barely any wind, like none. It's through from Tris. Afternoon, Brad. You're well, pal. Big hole past this front. Possibly adds another. Doesn't. Confirms Rod. Just the one still. Short as well, players are pretty close to us, so don't want to talk too loud.
they're awful close to where we sit. Trish Doolan actually looked over at me during the earlier match and she was a couple of rings over, like as if to give me the signal to be quiet.
Well, I played a game. We played a BVV, the kids game, out on this green the other night while there was some finals going on B green. And when I went to do the presentations, they said they could hear every word I was saying, which is never a good thing.
Yeah. So if you hear us start to talk a little quiet, that's why.
I was getting into the kids as well, so.
It's not like you.
I think the last thing I said that they all heard was, we'll do our presentation before we present the medals for these kids over there.
Doolan just poked that tongue out at me actually, so
You can
that
definitely hear
means
us.
I'm already in trouble.
Find a way.
Just going to find a bit of front traffic with that one. Kick one out, having a look for two. Both players doing a little dance from one side to the other. Two it is.
Yep, coupled it. Nicole, get her off the board. Yeah, Brad, thanks for helping out this morning, mate. It's good to get your thoughts during that humdinger of a game. Nicole v Andraffen.
He's a very good commentator, Brad Merrim. Always a pleasure when he gives us a bit of his time to come in and commentate.
So Liv Cartwright on the far rink tone won 25-3 in her first game. Now 5-0 up already in this game. She looks to have the bit between her teeth. So Lorraine Dowson from Inverloch in the Strzelecki region. Funny enough, also a member at Dandenong Club like Nick. Has got her work cut out.
And an ITO.
Mm-hmm.
We quite often see her assisting to get games going, but she's out here playing today, having a tough time, but it's only early.
Yeah, Brad, as you would know, the greens were always pretty handy up here at Bendigo East, and yeah, no exception this year. We're on the A green, which is the green we haven't streamed from before here, but good chat with the greenkeeper. He said it's 50-50 which green you go, but
yeah,
he said if we do get any rain, which isn't really forecast, this will hold it a little bit better. So
we tossed up streaming from here last year, I think.
Yeah, we have every
close,
year.
but
But I think the other deciding factor is we only get very early morning sun here in our face, and no shadows late. It's the last part of the green to get shadows, so sort of there's a bit of method behind the madness.
Tonks should be very proud of the greens that he's prepared for this year's state championships, as always. They look an absolute treat. Play very well. Somewhere around the 16-second mark.
Just that overcorrection slightly from Nicole. She's still holding. Spoke about it with Brad earlier. You need that first bowl pressure in a game of singles, and both of them at the moment just trying to settle in.
Just noticed the scoreboard here at the venue, Jimmy says 3-nip to Sandbelt, but Trish definitely won the first end for a 1, so we'll get that corrected. What we have is on the screen is spot on.
Trust me, Trish will fix him up. She's usually all over stuff like that. Commentated on it before and sort of mentioned how methodical and process she is. Sneaks in for second. Just going to come under that now, Tris. That bowl on the right of the screen as we look at it. Afternoon, Sean. And you're right, Sarah. I think it's just had a bit more sun on it, the grey. Just extra couple of hours from this morning. I'm surprised she came and I thought it was definitely more open in backhand. Like, she's obviously trying to avoid bringing in that blue, but there was the blue on the forehand as well, which is closer, so yeah. Nicole's going to fix the scoreboard. I know. Not the water.
My only worry is that Rodney Bates has got it wrong on the card. I don't think he gets too many things wrong, so I don't think we've got too much to worry about. But Liv Cartwright's opened with a toucher with her first bowl, and then one that sits about a foot behind with her second over there too. So Lorraine Dowson yet to trouble the scorer, such as the pressure from Liv Cartwright. She was Bradley Marin's pick in terms of who will win the state singles. Who's yours, Jimmy?
Can't really go past her at this stage, can you? I think obviously any of the 8 could win it, but she's the standout, along with Trish and Nicole. I think Trish and Liv being both current state players for Victoria. But Nicole, sort of that up-and-comer. And then a little bit of the experienced older guard of Maureen Drennan and Jenny Lawson. Have a go from Yarraville Footscray. I see her winning a lot of stuff down that way. Yeah. So
plays very good. Sean just having a little rip at me.
He got me earlier. He actually fully got me earlier.
Half his luck. That's what we're here for.
He got me and I wasn't even out of bed.
Lisa Phillips saying there should be a ripper game. Absolutely spot on, I reckon. Not many better judges than Lisa Phillips around.
She's hanging around, she does. Top bowl. That's what I like about State Champs Week, is that sort of group identity that you've got. I can see the boys from Port Fairy and Portland from West Coast region who just lost to JT on the last end earlier this morning. They're all over watching Maureen Drennan from West Coast, supporting her. Sort of stick together in your regions. Well, Liv's just picked up another 3, and there's another end on top of that to go on the scoreboard.
Yeah, so it's about at 9 zip or
she's in white hot form.
Thereabouts. We'll find out very soon. Not a bad bowl coming in here too, Jimmy.
Goes to a good home.
We need the old get smart cone of silence to come over us. I feel like I can't say things I want to say, and I can't talk at a volume I want to talk at.
Do you remember I got in trouble in the Vic Open men's singles final for being too loud on commentary? The player distracted the players.
He did.
He said I was more annoyed that you were saying exactly what I was actually thinking. I said, well, that's a sign of a good commentator, surely. Yeah, when I'm sitting at home on my couch, not when I'm the one playing the ball.
That's right.
Yeah, 10-0.
Yeah, wow.
Liv leads around Dowson. And bear in mind, she's knocked over Mary Tregar this morning, 25-3, Liv Cartwright. And Mary Tregar... Yeah.
Tris Doolan's just figured out the scoreboard's wrong.
Told you. It's 1-0 to me, but we'll get you to put that on the scoreboard too.
Brad put up a graphic earlier. I was 0 and 3.
Yeah, another good eat. First time Nicole's under real pressure. Can under here, Tone. This might be a few.
Tris dropping the mat very early too. She wants to bring the mat right up here. Yeah, I think Rodney Bates may just have an error on the card. So Tris won a 1 on the first end. She dropped a 2. And she picked up a single on end 3, and then now. So it is 2 shots apiece.
Tony?
Yep, back in a sec.
Is it 5-2?
2 all plus this result.
Thanks.
Pick up a 1, drop a 2, pick up a 1.
Yeah.
All fixed. Rod had just put it down the wrong way.
Yep. So definitely a 3 there for Tris, which makes a 5-2 so far.
Right, good pick up from Tris, 3 good bowls. Let's see if she can create that first bowl pressure with this one. It's a touch quick.
Lorraine Dowson having a bit of a smile and a laugh with the marker over there. Liv Cartwright's probably only going to pick up 1, could be 2, but...
Yeah, Jenny Lawson next door to that leads Nicole went 4-3, so it's Murray Malley versus Northern Gateway. Goo from Metro West leads Maureen Drennan 7-2 next door to this one. Yeah, 10-0 to, or 11-0 to Olivia Cartwright over Lorraine Dowson. Get some men's scores shortly. Men's fours today. It was the 2, so it's 12-0 to Olivia Cartwright over Lorraine Dowson.
I reckon you're spot on, Casper. I'm so nervous that I'm going to say the wrong thing.
Got no doubt Trish will be on commentary at some point this week as well, so
Yeah, she has said she'll
get you back.
help out at some stage. Yeah, exactly. She'll have enough people tell her whatever I say. Not that I ever say anything bad anyway, but...
And Nicole just not finding her weight currently. Thanks, Donna. Appreciate that. Go. I can't even get that part right. Go.
Gal Ingebrigtsen,
Go.
I reckon.
Yeah. She's a real nice lady, actually. I was having a good chat with her this morning. Your other foot's great. What happened there? Oh, she dropped her rag. She turned around at the last minute to go back and get it. Nick picked it up. Nick's the bowls operations manager at Dandenong Club. I'll go. Alright, awesome.
Thank you, Donna.
We'll remember that.
Yeah, she's doing a good job down there at Dandenong Club. Hosted Bowls Victoria for the Metropolitan Premier Division final.
Yeah, it was literally her first event that she ran down there. She'd only been in the sort of hot seat 3 or 4 weeks. She's got a decent support crew down there though. The boys from Scotland, Blair and John. Rob Sharp offering his expertise as well.
Yep. Charlie Day, who's been president there for a little while. Always keeping a watchful eye over things there.
She was part of that very successful side from Dandenong this year. They just went up into Divi 1 this pennant season in Metro Premier and finished in the 4 and then won their qualifier for the Prem Reserve for next season. So
beat some good teams on the way too. Lorraine Dowson is holding shot over against Liv Cartwright. They've still got one bowl to come. It'll be a sigh of relief for Lorraine Dowson.
Kieran, no, they wouldn't have. Reason being, Nick's obviously she's representing Sandbelt here, so she's cleared across to Dandenong now. She's not representing Strzelecki anymore, and I know Mickey's moved up to Terralgan, but
Vinnie McElwain got through.
Yeah, with his
the
partner.
One and only, with Kirsty Vanderhoff, I think it is.
I'm sure that'd give him a good run if they were still playing together, Nick and Mick. Ross as well, that's right, Maddie. Enjoying his retirement now is Ross.
Bowled pretty well in the Vic Open too. Nice to see him enjoying it after putting in, I think it was something like 22 years at
it's crazy.
Dandenong Club, so well done to him.
That'll be one to Trish there.
Yep.
Afternoon, Phil. Yes, she had a great week last year. A great week last week. Picking up the gold in the pairs with your partner Kim. Silver in the singles. Great effort, mate. Talking to someone who didn't have a good week, has seen my little mate Ozzy Jones jump on the stream. He had a bit of a battle, didn't you, Oz?
It's hard when you get beat by the eventual winner, though, isn't it?
Every time. I see your Mondays coming up. Help us out on Mondays also. Get some live scoring going with him.
Yep. Looking forward to that.
Just feel... Well, in fact, I'm not going to say it. She's too close.
Trish Doolan would have to be up there with Carla Krasanik as having one of the most deliberate and consistent pre-shot routines. It's the same thing every time with Trish.
Yeah, she's a very all about that routine and that process.
Yep, worked so well for her over many years. She might like to have that last one back. But the commentator's curse. Lorraine Dowson mounting a bit of a comeback against Liv Cartwright. She trials 3.12.
She gets stiff there, Nicole.
Still holding.
Lands the ball, but doesn't roll it over or anything. You can see the scoreboards at the back there. Jenny Larson from Murray Malley, 5-3 up against Nicole Went, and Go 8-3 up against Maureen Drennan. Trist is similar the other way. Afternoon, Vint.
Nice to have him in the chat. Look forward to seeing him in that mixed pairs this week.
I didn't know he left Terralgan, Vin. He's the mayor of Terralgan pretty much. Shot from Nick.
Yeah, nice ball.
It's probably the first time she's drawn a clean shot for a while.
I feel like she kind of just needs one shot to get going again.
She just had, what I was about to say when she was on the mat, she hasn't quite settled into anything yet. She's really got a rhythm. Her weights here and there, and she's not nailed the line either. So that'll do her confidence some good. That's narrow at the hand.
Don't do that to him again, Vinny.
It's not me you got to worry about. Matty O is the one you got to worry about, but he's not here, so.
Happy O.
Yeah. I'm going to draw another Nick out.
Don't know whether it's got the steam.
Alright, she picks a 1 up, 6-3. So, I mean, the positive for Nick is she's probably not playing as well as she can. She's not playing as well as she can, that's a fact. But she's only 6-3 down.
Yep.
Like it hasn't got away from her at all yet. Still only 6 ends into the game, but you can let things get away. So now she's just got to start building. She's got to start creating that first bowl pressure. Try and get one in that zone of half a mat anywhere around the jack with a first and make Trish play some shots. Spoke about it earlier. In recent singles games I've watched, that Brett Spur, Aaron Sheriff game, that's what Spur did exceptionally well to beat Aaron Sheriff, was create that first bowl pressure almost every end.
He did. His first and his fourth bowls were dialed in. Just a touch short there from Triss. Yeah, good correction from Nicole McKenzie.
Yeah, that's like, talk about first bowl pressure. If you miss your first, she's lucky that Triss also missed. So it's almost that first bowl pressure again. It's the jack first, and now she can settle and third. She'll just be wanting to add another now. And just bowl by bowl, she slowly builds into the game. And she can forget the first 5 ends where she hasn't really settled.
You can almost use that as a positive as a player. I think, well, I'm not playing like I know I can, and I'm still right in it. So
yeah, here she comes. That's
starting
2 good
to
bowls
grip
from
them
Nick.
now. Kudos to the club here, Jimmy. They have done a great job, not only with the greens, but all their food prepared, all the players well looked after for lunch.
Yeah. Cracking salad roll.
Afternoon, David Butterworth tuning in for a match. Triss Doolan representing YAR region. She's up against Nicole McKenzie from Sandbelt.
Opportunity to add a third then for Nicole. Triss just missing. She's going to find... She's got a bit of room to draw the third.
First bowl of Nicole's that sailed through about 2 yards is actually in a very good spot, as it turns out. Wants this one close.
Yeah. And she's trotting after the bowl. So
Yep,
it's
she's up and about now.
Even just within an end, her whole demeanour has changed. It's crazy to see. 3 good bowls from Nick. Let's see what Triss has got in reply. Otherwise, we're going to be all square. And it has the hallmarks of the game that we had this morning. A real close one.
Looks like Liv Cartwright might be holding 2 or 3 over on her rink as well. Oh, just
Close.
Triss have a good one here.
Close. Draws the shot for me. Yep, top ball from Triss.
She does, well played.
Locus XGs for Triss. And GTRs from some little brand called Taylor for Nicole.
Size 2 for Nick. And Triss's Henselite XG, size 3. Yep, spot on Casper John. Steering down the barrel. 3 down. I think that's where he'd like to be, Sean.
Nah, if I don't say this answer, I'm going to be wrong. It's my missus' birthday today, so that's where I'd rather be. In a beer garden celebrating her birthday. I am heading back to Melbourne shortly to do the right thing. Yeah, contrary to belief, I actually don't like JT. I find him quite annoying. He's just a little bit slower than me.
Rib him while he's
physically and mentally, and his banter's not quite there either. But what I will give him, he's a far better bowler than I am. So
he does have one of those Commonwealth Games gold medals. He has won 2 state titles this week, and he's in line for another one here. He's going okay.
yeah, it's just off the green. We've got to worry about him.
I'll stick up for my little mate while he's not here.
Yeah, Rachel, you're not known for your babysitting of bowls ability, are you? Good job you won a raffle with the new set.
She hasn't lost the new set. She hadn't lost an old set, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just some score updates from across the green. Lorraine Dowson for Strzelecki up against Liv Cartwright from Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields, 16-3 to Liv Cartwright currently. We have Nicole Went up against Jenny Larson. Jenny from Murray Mallee is 8, leading Nicole 5. And on the rink next door, Go Engbritson, Metro West. She's leading at Maureen Drennan 8-5, so that's Metro West over West Coast.
There's a few of these players on this screen we're going to see a few times this week.
Yeah, with bowls like that, I think we'll see a lot more of Doolan.
She's one of them. She's in the pairs and the fours for YAR. Off the top of my head, Liv Cartwright is in the mixed pairs.
I think Triss is in 3 events.
Yeah,
She's
fours
in the
and
pairs
pairs.
with Alison Hall. Yeah.
Fours. Nicole Wentz also in the triples. Jenny Lawson is in the mixed pairs with Brodie Harker from Murray Mallee.
Oh, yeah.
Close from Nick. Just drifting past.
Brodie Harker goes good, so they'll make a good combination.
Yeah, Brad asked me earlier who am I excited to see this week, and he was one of the players I'm excited to have a watch. He's in the, pretty sure off the top of my head, he's got in both singles events at Murray Mallee as well. Obviously the singles and the Champion of Champions. Also got some score updates from the men's fours. So Eastern Ranges in the men's fours lead Ballarat Highlands 3-1 after 3. Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields lead Murray Mallee, which is JT's rink, Murray Mallee 3-2 after 3. Metro West boys, who had a huge win in their first game, lead the Yarra boys 5-1 after 3. And Northern Gateway lead Tyson Cromie's rink from Geelong 3-2 after 4. More pressure from Triss. 2 in a measure indicates Rod. Work to do for Nick. She sort of swung past with the last, but Triss has blocked that up.
Not quite sure what you mean there, Ian Oliver Cole. Nicole McKenzie though, just gets the wrong side and doesn't kick it far enough, so. Looks like it'll be 1 to Doolan.
Yep, 8-3. She'll lead now. Many multiples scored so far, Tony. You see on that graphic just the 1-2 for Nicole early and the 3 for Triss. We've stopped on the far rink.
Yeah, I think Lorraine Dowson just stepped away for a comfort stop. Oh no. She's back there now, so.
You know what's been happening around here during the under-18s? There's a few wasp stings.
There are.
We had 3 or 4 in a couple of days, Bailey Randall, who's a member of Bendigo ASD, copped a bad one. His arm swelled up fairly well. A heap of wind coming in the mark there, but I can't feel any wind.
I can't see the flag from where I am, but as you say, there's not a lot.
The trees aren't moving, are they?
No, but there is a little bit of it, so. Good bowl here, Jimmy.
Yep, grab shot from Tris. She's starting to find tallying bowls. Looks better from Nick though. Looks better. Gets the result as well. Good stuff. It's the touch at the front. Great reply from Nick McKenzie.
Just one, yeah? Is that right, Rod?
Yes, just one.
Ooh, close from Tris in reply here, Tone. Very, very close. Bowl clean, no jack movement. Probably still down.
Yeah, might not change it, but a hell of an effort.
Three next door for Maureen Drennan. Puts her, I think 11-9 up over Go from Metro West, but the scoreboard hasn't been updated. As Nick just replaces her back one. Could have stayed in for two. Tris is getting the old finger measure out and have a look.
Chatted to Tris during the week. She said she was out playing squash last week.
Yeah, right.
Found some muscles she hadn't noticed in a while.
Yeah, she's a good sportswoman. She's a big golfer as well. Hey? Oh, she's been back playing that. She said she hasn't played for a while, but she's been back playing.
Bad game, squash. It's heart attack material. Not bad for kids, but no place for people like me.
Oh, where's that going? Oh, just under. She flirted with danger a bit there.
One on a measure is the signal. What does she do, Jimmy? On the back end and try and sit out Tris's, or?
Oh, just draw another. If you happen to get to the jack and roll it back a foot, you make four.
Yep.
You don't want to overplay that, but on her backhand, any movement on the jack down the line is gold. The weight looks good for it, Tone. Can she whip enough at the end? She's trying her hardest. She was trying her absolute hardest there. It's definitely what she's playing for. Nick does the finger measure also. Tris has just told us she only thinks it's one.
Just gonna have a look with the tape. Well, one on a measure was a call from Rod Bates.
So we got
Must
that
be
part right.
close. Yep. A very good judge, Rodney Bates.
It is the two. Good pick up. from Nick, needed. 8-5, she brings that back to now.
Oh, cracker of a bowl from Lorraine Dowson over there. Was down one with a bowl almost sitting on top of the jack. She managed to take the jack back clean to a waiting bowl.
That's a 16-4 that'll be over there now. And away over Liv Cartwright. Jenny Lawson and Nicole went. So Murray Mully and Northern Gateway 8 apiece. And go 9-8 up, it reckons, against Maureen, but I think she did pick the 3 up.
Trish is doing this party trick again.
Yeah. That's unreal. She's taken 2 layers of clothing off without
The physics of that make
layer.
no sense to us.
Hurts my head. I'd end up punching myself in the face, falling over and knocking the scoreboard down as well.
And ripping whatever clothing item it was.
And then my pants would fall down just for good measure.
Probably the longest end we've had, Jimmy.
Mm.
That's almost on the tee.
Yeah, she's definitely trying something else.
In fact, Matt is on the tee, sorry. The jack is almost on the tee.
Good
Tell you
start.
what, it's the length that suits Doolan.
She strikes me as someone who would practice this length of Tris.
Yep.
It's me and Brad were talking about it in the first game this morning. It's an end that can get you out of trouble or can set a very strong game plan if you can drop on early. He's very deliberate in everything she does, Tris, around bowl, so I would think she would practice this type of length. It's a fair adjustment from Nicole, handy second. Gives her a couple of options as well.
Just a touch short with that one.
So you go next door. So you send the jack into the ditch and I looked over and she was just looking straight up to the heavens like, what am I doing? Oh, Nicole, superb bowl.
Great shot.
Played that to perfection really, got the weight exactly how she wanted it.
It's not a bad effort, is it, Jimmy?
Close. Oh. This one's close as well, Tone. Here it comes, whipping right down now. Can it get all the way? No. Trish is going to come have a look.
She's just sort of shaking her head on the way down there. I think that's a signal of just not knowing what she can play. She probably saw that different to what the marker's called. She'll get down there and realise the marker's 100% spot on. Just a little bit lost in this end. She played one great shot. Found herself in a bit of trouble and got out of it. Changing hands. Not going to be any change there. That'll be one to Doolan.
That might do me, Tone. I might get myself back to Melbourne and get myself back in the good books. I'll be back nice and early tomorrow, though.
You say back in the good books like you've been there before.
Yeah. Look, I might just get me slightly outside the doghouse, I'll be honest. Although the little one slept through the last 2 nights, so that one helps. All right, mate. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Shall do. Travel safe. I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. Should be day 2 of State Champs Week. (9-5) is the lead here to Doolan. Jack will be on the tee. Yeah, lovely opening ball from Doolan. Other matches on this green, Liv Cartwright leading Lorraine Dowson, so Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields over Strzelecki 17-4. Jenny Lawson, Murray Melly, she's 9 over Nicole Went from Northern Gateway 8. Nice close one there. Speaking of close, beautiful bowl, Nicole McKenzie. On the rink next door, Go Ingbritson from Metro West is 10 over Maureen Drennan from West Coast 8. Of course, the match we've got here, Doolan representing Yarra, leading 9-5 over Nicole McKenzie from Sandbelt. And both bowlers putting on a show this end, that's for sure. Triss's opening bowl was a beauty. Nick's opening bowl was a touch better. Triss's bowl there was brilliant. Hello Hans from South Africa. Lovely to have you viewing our coverage today of State Champions Week here. It is a picture perfect day. Oh, Nicole McKenzie did almost everything right, but then unfortunately kicked the jack back out, favouring Doolan, so she's down 2. And now that we've got rid of the B team, Jimmy Whitehead is gone. We bring in superstar extraordinaire Mel Allen, Pulse Victoria Comms and Marketing Manager. Good afternoon, Mel.
Good afternoon.
Could not ask for better weather and a good standard to match. Doolan, I tell you what, that actually may have snuck in for shot somehow. It is. Rodney Bates, our marker, holds up 3. And that one's going to be just a touch wide, so a little bit of pressure on Nicole McKenzie now. Doolan will be looking to tuck this jack away. It's funny, Mel, we're just talking, you can hear a bit of wind in the effects mic. It doesn't seem noticeable at all. You can see the odd breeze in some umbrellas or whatever, but I haven't really seen it impact any bowls.
No, it is coming through quite loud in the headsets.
That one I don't believe will be in the count, but it actually sits in a very good spot. Nick's just consulting our coach. Tris Doolan just checking if this is 3 or 4. I'm going to see a weighted shot. Going to be contact. Kicks one ball out, so that'll still be at least 2 to Tris Doolan.
Got rid of one, she said.
Tris Doolan 11-5. Bring the mat up, which means they're awful close to where we are.
Got to keep the voice to a whisper now, hey?
Yep. Not that we're saying anything they wouldn't want to hear, but the last thing we want to do is put them off in any way, shape or form. Jack rolling's been spot on.
Sure, you've already mentioned it, but how good was this morning's game?
We had 2 25-24 finishes. And, Nicole went, I think, took 5 of the 6 last ends.
Oh, did she?
It's a great game. Nice opening bowl by Tris Doolan, puts the pressure on from the outset. Great effort from Nicole McKenzie. Looks pretty good, Mel.
Does. Yeah.
Well played.
These two both so measured in their delivery style.
Yeah, there's a good reason why they're both at this level. Deliberate, consistent. I'm sure both of them would have put in many hours of practice.
How far off the jack is the shot ball, please? Thank you.
Options here for Tris on the back end. Can sit on her own bowl, try and take out the shot bowl. If she takes the jack, that's pretty handy too. think she's just going to cut it slightly. A little bit annoyed with herself after that one. Nicole McKenzie has shot 2 seconds.
Liv Cartwright bowling incredibly well over on the far rink.
She's been a machine. 25-3 in her opening match this morning, Mel, and
Currently up 18-5.
poor Lorraine Dowson.
1 in, 1 out for Nix.
Yep. Such a nice day here. I can't see the cursor on the computer to update the scores. It's got first world problems. So Trish had a run 4 of the last 5 ends. Nicole McKenzie took that one, so 4 of the last 6 for Triss. Nicole kind of hasn't been far away. She's just probably not quite playing at her best. One stage, she got a nice little run on. She was holding 3. She started to look up and about. And then Trish Doolan played the heartbreaker with her last bowl. She's got a good opener here, though.
Quick bathroom break going on. It's a bit of a score check. We've got Liv up 18-5 over Lorraine Dowson. And I don't know the ladies playing. Tony, Metro.
So we've got Northern
Murray Mallee.
Gateway is Nicole Went. Of course, we saw her in the last match. She's up against Jenny Lawson from Murray Mallee.
Right.
Jenny Lawson winning 11-10. Next door is Go Ingebrigtsen from Metro West up against Maureen Drennan from West Coast. Currently a lead 12-9 to Go Ingebrigtsen over Maureen Drennan. Jimmy's just texted through some scores from the men's 4s. They're at quarter-final stage as well. So Northern Gateway 4 leading Geelong 3 after 6 ends. Nice close game there. Metro West 6 over Yarra 2 after 6 ends also. Murray Mallee all level with Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields at 4 shots apiece after 5 ends. And Ballarat Highlands are 1 trailing Eastern Rangers 4. And that was about 2 minutes ago. So here's Nick McKenzie's opportunity to put a bit of pressure on. That's a great effort.
Yeah, another good one.
It's probably 10 inches behind the jack. Lorraine Dowson, unfortunately, has come up against a white-hot Liv Cartwright, but it's the classic, she's picking up singles and dropping multiples. I think it might have been 10 or 11-0 at one stage. She's clawing her way back slightly.
Yeah, by no means giving up, that's for sure.
No.
Great bowl by Triss.
That's what we've seen here with Triss, Mel. She's just had that ability to put in the shot that counts, and any time Nicole McKenzie starts to get a bit of momentum. Trish shuts it down.
Great effort.
Is the shot ball jack high, please?
Marginally behind, probably quarter inch behind jack high.
Trish asking for it to hang. Just collects her front bowl. Kind of wanted to turtle on a bit and stay there, but I think it's still just the one to Trish Doolan. First to 25 in all our singles matches here at Champions Week. Dead ends are in play, so there is no respot, no time limit. It's purely about finding the best player.
Shot ball behind the finish. Super high. Half a ball in front.
Close your eyes. Kicked it through far enough. So can Trish add one more? What's the shot here, Mel? Is it just forehand and work in off her own?
I think that's what she'll do.
Last ball shot. And the gap from the jack, please. 6 inches.
Getting the jack back slightly is A1. Not going to be that easy to get to.
Be close.
It's a good effort. A very good effort. Not quite a touch on the jack, but that'll be 2 shots.
Oh, he just got some chalk on it though.
Oh, sorry, yeah, not quite much movement.
Two it is.
To 13-6 now. Carl Keegan, Maureen Drennan, unfortunately, just dropped a bit of a number. So she's currently trailing 15-9 in her match against Go Ingebrigtsen from Metro West. So they've been having a real good battle, actually. It's been close, but now trailing 15-9 after just dropping a 3.
Big bowl here for Lorraine. I think Liv might be holding 2. She's currently up 18-5.
Yeah, I think she's just starting to fight her way back into it. She really doesn't want to drop a 2 over there, Lorraine. Still looks in good spirits though, Lorraine. Always a happy chappy.
She's a happy bowler.
Yep.
How far off the jack, please, have I? Just roughly.
About 18 inches short of jack high.
Thank you. How far is this ball to the jack? That ball, orange ball, how far is it to the jack? And it's before the jack?
correction on the line. Just a touch through. The line was spot on.
Makes our life easier when we've got the markers at the paddles telling us what's what.
Certainly does.
How far past Jack was my last bowl?
Hi Maddie, got Maddie Jacobs who was here all last week playing the under 18 state champs.
Into behind.
Nicole McKenzie just running into a little bit of front traffic there. Well, it looks pretty good, Mel. Doesn't get a clear road.
Yeah, that'll be a couple. We got both these ladies in multiple events this week.
Yes, cream of the crop getting here to Bendigo.
Shot ball in relation to Jack now, please. Go behind. Fading it down. Just a shot, please. Fade it out one.
Hi Hayley, another one of our recent under 18s is just aged out. A few of our juniors watching today.
Well, I can certainly learn something off these two. I don't know if that was the ultimate design, that one, but Nicole McKenzie will take one nonetheless. 13-7.
Closest swing in relation to Jack. An inch behind Jack high.
Scores are 15-10 across the next two rinks, both the same. 15 to Metro West and Murray Mallee.
Yeah, pretty handy opening bowl. I feel like it's only a matter of time before Nicole McKenzie puts 3 or 4 good bowls in and picks up a number, and this one's right back on. Interesting change of hands there. I mean, Triss's bowl really still 200 foot short.
Yeah, get around it, that's for sure.
When you can change it up like that, I guess it
paid
doesn't really
off.
matter. You can do whatever you like. But
One down to that.
Tris Doolan using a Henselite XG size 3. Yeah, good effort. No change though. Nicole McKenzie with her Taylor GTR size 2. Still holding shot. This looks alright, doesn't it?
She didn't like it, but it's come in nicely.
She doesn't like it. She can have it back. Oh, falls back in the right way too.
Yes, it is.
It is
And
falling in
gets
for
the
shot. And this is what's been stopping Nicole McKenzie each time. She sort of starts to put a couple together.
Tris won't have a bar of it.
Nope. Lorraine Dowson for Strzelecki keeps picking up singles though. So he's up against Bendigo, Campaspe, Goldfields, Liv Cartwright. Of course, plays out of Moama. Moama, terrific supporters of Bowls Victoria. Power of the stream that we're able to bring you these pictures and games live to wherever you are. Thank you very much to Moama Bowls Club. Great supporters of bowls, well, all around the country.
They sure are. If Nix can just get the inside edge of Tris's shot bowl, but I don't think
have
she's
the
going to get
legs.
there.
And what does Tris do? There's danger everywhere here.
One down the one. One in the measure. Thank you.
If I were a betting man, I wouldn't mind betting she spoons this one a little short, almost on purpose. The subconscious will kick in.
Nice and safe.
Be a rich man if I could bet, I tell you.
You called it.
Still be one to Tris Doolan. 14-7. Next door, Go Engbretson is leading 15-11 over Maureen Drennan from West Coast. Just getting an update on the board next door. So Jenny Lawson 15 is leading. Nicole Went 13. So that's Murray Malley up against Northern Gateway. Yeah, great start for Tris Doolan. turn, these bowls. Seems to be heading back towards the clubhouse. Nicole McKenzie just hasn't always found her line. Still one to Doolan.
Last ball behind the jack, please.
Yes, it is. Front of the bowl, back of the jack.
Very nice effort there, Mel.
They've got the weight nailed on this end.
Yep.
One or two down, please. One. And shove on the left. Yeah.
Nix just needs to take another foot of grass here. Looks pretty good. Jack's ideal.
Yeah, good bowl.
Halves the jack across.
Did not go her way though.
No, it looks like it's nestled in close to Doolan's bowl.
Yeah, just clipped the side of the jack.
Been one of those days.
Tap between here. Yeah. And with this front bowl, is that the second shot? This bowl? No, this one in front. No. Which is second shot? Between these two? Okay, thank you.
Trish having to change hands with her last bowl.
Maureen's short ball, is that behind the jack? No, they're all in front.
Played it pretty well.
Mm.
Just ran out.
Line was spot on.
Yeah.
I set herself very high standards, I reckon, Trish. She looks like she's not necessarily that happy with how she's playing, and she's leading a quarter final of the Vic State Championships 14-7.
Mm. He needs to find that gap onto her own.
Oh,
Great effort.
it's missing by a whisker each
Yeah.
time.
One shot. One.
One to Triss.
15-7, Mel. Now we've asked Brad Marin who his pick was for the women's singles. He was Liv Cartwright. Jimmy was the same. What's your pick?
I hate to say I'm the same, but I'm the same.
My pick was Anne Draffin,
Oh, really?
who did everything but win it this morning.
Yeah.
25-24, and a great game that we were able to stream. Go back and watch that one on the Bolsvik YouTube channel or Bolsvik Facebook page. Lovely way to spend an afternoon. Cast it to your TV, sit back and relax.
I wonder if it's this nice and sunny in Melbourne.
Could never be. Brad Marin told me I brought the clouds up with me. Said there wasn't a cloud in the sky before I arrived.
That's a bit harsh. Well, there's still not many.
No, it's very, very nice conditions for bowls. Tris Doolan making the most of it.
Great start again. We had beautiful weather all week last week for both the under-18s and the state disabilities championships.
Which is a far cry from what was turned on for City v Country last weekend.
Exactly.
Players had a shocking day on Saturday in the very early part of Sunday morning. Sunday afternoon was quite nice. Speaking of quite nice,
Great reply by Nix.
is that the shot that gets her going?
Oh,
Unfortunately, she's just going to lose that bowl, but both players keen to know who's got shot here. There we go.
Tris has
Chris was
taken
able
it.
to edge one in. It's a cruel game, isn't it? Nicole McKenzie puts in an absolute belter.
How far is the shot ball behind Kitty?
Trish just misses slightly what she wanted, but edges one in. It's the right idea. Doesn't want to lose it.
Oh,
Well done.
right
well
on the
played.
edge.
Am I holding? And where's the jack, please, Rod?
Jack's almost in the middle of the two bowls.
Where's he going to go? I'm joking. Thank you.
Nice try, Tris Doolan. She asked our marker Rodney Bates, where's the jack? And he said it's pretty much in the middle of the two bowls. So she said, well, where's it going to go? Had a bit of a giggle at herself. Phil Crowder in the chat. Victorian Open Mixed Pairs Champion of the World. Nice to have you in the chat, mate. So, both ladies with some protection out back.
You were joking earlier about Tris being able to magically remove layers. I noticed one of them was the Spalms shoulder wrap. Makes it a little bit easier.
See, I don't even know what that is. That's how good she is.
Yeah, very good, those little Spalms wraps.
Yeah. Great protection for your arms. Keeps you warm on the cooler days and protected from the sun's harsh rays.
Yep.
Jenny Lawson picks up another one for Murray Melly. She now leads 16-14 over Nicole Went from Northern Gateway. Nicole Went likes a nice close game, doesn't she?
She does. Do you remember what the scoreline was when she won the novice
The
here 2
rookies?
years ago? Was that
No,
a close
I
game?
don't. No, I don't. She came home like a steam train against Anne Draffen, though. She
Yeah,
won
she
5 of
did.
the last 6 ends. She was visibly taking large breaths to try and, compose herself
Yeah.
and make sure she kept her nerves in check. She did very well.
Yeah, I noticed her take a few steps away a few times.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
Reset.
walk away, reset.
Nicole McKenzie just conferring with her coach as to what the best shot is here.
And play the forehand. Little half a roll on hers. Be perfect.
Very close. Perfect shot.
Oh, great ball.
Don't know whether it's worth 2, but it's removed the measure from the equation. Just the one. Well played, Nicole McKenzie. Great shot. 15-8. And next door, Gu Ingebrigtsen will pick up a 1. She now leads 17-11 over Maureen Drennan of West Coast. Clarkie, I don't know. From Dandenong Club, is that?
It's Blair.
That's Blair, is it? One of the Scottish boys.
boys.
I didn't know which one it was. So there you go, Clarkie. Mel says it's Blair. She's probably conferred with him a couple of times throughout this match on a few key decisions, and that time the right call was made, and more importantly, she was able to play it. Liv Cartwright will be the first player into the 20s in these quarterfinals. Just check and see how many shots she picks up here. She's currently leading 19-8 over Lorraine Dowson.
Tape's coming out.
Not sure where Lorraine Dowson is.
Probably can't watch.
Yep. Might have gone too early.
1 to Lorraine.
There you go. So she's not the first player into the 20s.
Inch by inch, she's coming back. That makes it 9-19.
Are we seeing the tide turning here? Nicole McKenzie starting to put a bit of pressure on Doolan. And this is how you respond to pressure.
Great ball by Triss.
A lovely ball. It's been the familiar tale in this match. Nix almost removes the bowl. Unfortunately knocked the jack with it.
How far's the jack from the shot goal, please, Rod?
Get about a foot.
And is Nick's ball jack high or behind?
Half the bowl in front of Jack high.
Thank you.
Good clear responses from Rod Bates. Anticipated the questions. Nicole Shortis in the house, Mel, our newly minted state women's coach.
G'day, Nicole.
So, as in physically in the house. She's
Physically in the house.
standing down there watching over proceedings.
Very good.
Partner Jane's qualified through in the Champion of Champions singles, I believe. Don't know if we see Nicole this year in anything. She had a deep run this time last year in the quarterfinals of Champion of Champions singles. I think it might have been herself.
Right.
Still a very good player and a great addition to the Bowls Victoria
Club does
coach.
she bowl out of?
I'm going to say Leopold off the top of my head, and I hope I haven't got that wrong. Certainly down on the Bellarine Peninsula. So no change there. The ability for Doolan to have a free hit. I called one before, Mel. I'm going to call it. She'll make this. She'll sit in off that wing bowl. Get a second counter.
Last ball shot. One down.
She has been playing this side most of the game.
She's actually going the opposite hand to what I thought.
Yeah.
Am I one down? Yes. The last ball was shot and I'm one down. Correct.
I reckon she might be a bit chicken again.
Just the one.
16-8.
Just sticking to that same length.
Sue Smith saying go Nix. Janine Flower saying come on Nixter. So she's certainly got some support, and how's that? The jack roll does not have to be moved. Nice to see so much talent here in Bendigo. It's definitely the spot all the players will be looking forward to being this week. Those who've qualified through. Sure, they'll hardly sleep a wink in the days before their matches.
Great to have lots of spectators here too on the weekend. People have made the trip to Bendigo to come and support their faves.
Maureen Drennan's just picked up a good number on her rig. She picked up a 3. She still trails 17-14, but Maureen Drennan will be happy to pick up that 3. And Liv Cartwright from Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields officially is the first player into the 20s. Don't know if she picked up a 1 or a 2, but I think it was only a 1, so she's leading 20-11. Lorraine Dowson from Streslecky's made a bit of a comeback, it's fair to say. Just a touch heavy. Not a bad spot to finish though. This match dominated by singles, Mel. We've had 4 2s and a 3, everything else singles.
Stop all in relation to the judge, please. 15 in front.
Yeah, you don't want to drop a number in a singles game.
Lovely ball, Doolan.
Has done it again.
Last ball shot. Yes. Thank you.
Well played, Nicole McKenzie.
Steals it back.
Trading blows.
Might have to try and get Nicole in on the commentary at some point. Give us her thoughts on City Country and what she thinks of her new position, state coach.
Yeah, I reckon she'd be good in commentary. She's actually still a very, very good player. A very positive addition to the women's coaching ranks.
She'd love a couple here, Nix.
Yeah, she doesn't want to push the jack. Tell you what, this is well played. Oh, she's a bit stiff there, I reckon. I thought she was going to sit in on her own to make a couple, but she'll have to settle for one. Players all agree. (16-9). As Nicole puts the mat right on the tee. Shortish end.
I thought she might go for a long end.
Same. So scores from each of the other matches in the quarterfinals. Lorraine Dowson is representing Strzelecki is 11. Olivia Cartwright representing Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields is 22. First to 25, of course. Jenny Lawson from Murray Mallee up against Nicole Wendt from Northern Gateway, 17-16 to Jenny. Nice close one there. Go Engbertson from Metro West, 17 over Maureen Drennan from West Coast, 14. And the match here, as Nicole McKenzie puts one close to the jack, is 16-9 to Doolan from Yarra. Currently leading Nicole McKenzie from Sandbell. It's going to come back far enough. It is. Just a touch through, but that'll be a good spot. And jacket supporting knickers. There you go, must be close. Rodney Bates signalling measure. Bit of a messy end on the rick next door from Go Engbertson. She's got two well short and one is the best back, but unfortunately she's only got one bowl to come.
Measure, I have a look from the other side, but it's a measure from
So Maureen Drennan is holding 4 on the rick next door. So both players wanted to come up and have a look here. Go Ingebrigtsen might be delivering the heartbreaker here. Maureen Drennan.
Saved 3 shots.
Yep. Got herself out of jail there, I reckon. Confirmed 1 to Maureen Drennan, so she still trails 17-15. Oh,
It's just going to run through. Still not sure who's got shot here.
no. Close either way.
Liv Cartwright just picked up 2. That takes her to 24-11 over Lorraine Dowson.
No room for error now for Lorraine.
Here comes Triss. Oh, is that enough?
Rodney Bates has the tape
Ready to go.
Both bowls standing up.
One to Nix. 16-10.
Yeah, it's a good call, Jay. Triss is a class act, and she does make a habit of doing that, so she doesn't inadvertently put her opponent off. So you pick that up from the stream is 1, good eyes on your part, and 2, a good lesson, I think, for everyone else. 1, she stays still, but 2, if she ever thinks she's in the line or whatever, she gets right out of the way and stands behind the marker. Nice bit of respect.
Changing it up, Miss Anne, going a bit longer. Liv Cartwright has a resting toucher. Holding game.
Nicole McKenzie just asking this one to stay wide. So by the time that finishes, it's missing its line by a little ways. She's had a tendency to be a little bit narrow on a number of occasions today, just hasn't quite nailed it. Triss is bang on with the line, just probably 2 foot short. The line is spot on. tough spot for Trish Doolan. It's sort of 2 shots before she can get shot here, if that makes any sense. Jack is effectively, well, Marcus called it as it is actually touching the bowl, so she's got to spit it a little bit and then get there, or alternatively put one behind and then spit it to it. So Liv Cartwright gets her first victory in these quarterfinals. She has got a 25-11 victory over Lorraine Dowson, so that's Liv Cartwright from Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields over Lorraine Dowson from Strzelecki.
Good win for Liv. And Nix comes in second.
Last ball was clean shot, but too bad.
Yeah, Spencer's always hanging around, David. Had a bit of a tough morning this morning, but he's sticking around, just keeping a watchful eye over things. Trish will be just kicking herself a little with that one. Didn't want to be short. There was absolutely no prize for short. Can Nix pile some pressure on? Second best option, I reckon. Looking for a bit of protection when the jack gets spat backwards. Awfully close, but not quite.
Not quite. Good weight, just slightly off.
So here we go. This is 3 ends in a row for Nicole McKenzie. She picks up a couple there. 16-12. It's game on. Drennan from West Coast has kept fighting her way back. She's got the match back to level, 17 shots apiece. I know Carl will be interested in that one. It's the match against Go Ingebrigtsen from Metro West. And Nicole Went from Northern Gateway has now got her nose in front as well, so she now leads 20-18 over Jenny Lawson from Murray Mallee. Just repeating, Liv Cartwright from Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields has got up in her match over Lorraine Dowson from Strzelecki, 25-11. Yeah, lovely opening bowl from Nicole McKenzie. And Jack had asked in the comments a little while ago if she could string a few together. She's certainly started to do that. Have a look at this. Can't keep someone like Trish Doolan down. Gives gives you a chance at winning, Carl, if she's not there. So another good response from Nicole McKenzie. This game's just dialed up a notch.
It has indeed.
Ronnie Bates signalling that Tris Doolan is still holding shot though. It's a bit short. Going. Brinson has just picked up a 3 though. That's the bad news for supporters of Maureen Drennan. Got it back to 17 all. Go was able to pick up a 3. Now leads 20-17.
Cole went next door, just picked up a 2, I think.
She does come home like a steam train.
She now leads 22-18.
Nick's just a touch narrow again.
I almost said bring it up.
So no change after that one. That'll be 1 to Tris Doolan. It's kind of at that stage where she'll be happy just to pick up an end. She lost 4 of the last 5. Stuck on 16 for a little while.
Thanks, Jay. We seem to somehow always manage to pick great games to stream. We do have some amazing bowlers in Victoria though, so it's not hard. Great start by Nix. Tony's off grabbing some scores for the men's 4s quarter-final matches. Currently underway. Get those to you shortly.
Yes.
Tris does it again.
Is Tris's shot ball resting on the gap?
There's about a quarter inch gap.
No change?
Got the line nailed, but just pulled up short there. Oh, could be handy there next. Tris looking to match Nick's back bowl there. Does it pretty well.
Yeah, good bit of protection. So see Go Ingebrigtsen pick up another one. She's 21-17 in front. Maureen Drennan from West Coast. We'll watch this bowl of Nicole McKenzie and then I'll give you some scores from the men's fours quarterfinals. Asking for it to get down. It's just going to sail on through, so that'll be one to Tris Doolan.
How'd we go with the men?
Righto, so this is what we've got. It's Ballarat Highlands 6, trailing Eastern Rangers 11. They played 10 ends. It's the slowest of the three matches. The others are nearing their conclusion. So Murray Melly 12, leading Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields 8 after 13 ends. Metro West and Yarra are locked at 8 shots apiece after 13 ends. Yarra won their match this morning on an extra end, so they obviously like a close one there, the boys. Northern Gateway 6 trailing Ocean Grove Geelong 13. They played 12 ends. So Ballarat trailing Eastern Rangers 6-11. Murray Melly leading Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields 12-8. Metro West and Yarra 8 shots apiece, and Northern Gateway trailing Geelong 6-13.
Thanks, Tony.
Some good matches there. If you happen to be free of all your appointments tomorrow, come to Bendigo. You'll get to see some semi-final action. The men's fours, women's singles, and the round of 16 and quarterfinals of the Champion of Champions women's singles too. So plenty on here tomorrow. Bendigo East Bowls Club. Thank you very much to the City of Greater Bendigo for having us again this year and supporting the event. We bring a heap of bowlers to town. We keep the hotels full. We keep the pubs ticking over. And restaurants.
Hotels are certainly full. No vacancies everywhere there I can see this weekend. A few things on here too, other than bowls.
Bowlers galore. Bit of groove in the move, whatever that is.
There's been a wine festival. There's some sort of opera event on.
There we go. Something for everyone. Doolan with 2 good peaches there. Don't mind
Close
this.
here.
It's just not fair, is it?
Just missing.
She's got a
just
bowl out there
slightly
waiting
each
that's
time.
bang on target, and then just at the last minute. Needs to stop. Yep, I reckon that's good enough.
Rod, which one is closest to the jack?
One in front.
Thank you.
I would have favoured the other hand with the way she's got those bowls too.
Yeah.
I think she could have got it out to her other bowls waiting there, but there's a very good reason why she's there and I'm here.
Yeah, you don't know what she sees from that other end. She just
Yeah.
might not see getting around Triss's front bowl.
I just think she's got a fair bit of turn that she's getting on those bowls. She doesn't.
She is.
Look at the line from Doolan.
Yeah, she's nailing it.
I mean, well, that one last one was a touch heavy. The line has just been spot on. Big bowl here now for Nicole McKenzie. Just seen JT walking around.
She's changed hands this time.
Yeah, this was the preference, I reckon, earlier. Just a touch weighty on it.
Is that going to be 3?
I suspect it is. Yep.
21-12 to Triss.
Kitty in regulations to shot, please. Your ball is an inch behind jack high.
Give it a try, David. We can watch him in the background. We'll see if he does. Be embarrassing if he screens your call, though.
Certain player likes doing that to the coach at City Country Trials, doesn't he? Calling the coach while he's trying to give an inspirational speech to the players.
Yeah. Oldest trick in the book, still a goodie.
Especially when he doesn't put it on silent after the first time it rings again.
Used to be a big fine for that. So good opener from Doolan. Looks to me like Nicole Went's going to pick up a couple of shots in her match against Jenny Lawson. She's already leading 22-20. Still got one pill to come. So she can wrap it up with a good bowl here.
So could Triss if she plays her cards right.
True. Fair old rise from winning the novice 2 years ago to winning a state singles this year, wouldn't it?
It's a fantastic effort.
Don't think she quite get in for that third shot. Doolan heaping on the pressure here. They shake hands, so it's a great result for Nicole Went, representing Northern Gateway, 25-20 over Jenny Lawson from Murray Melly, who she was in front for most of the day. A similar pattern to what we saw in the previous match that we streamed. Well done to Nicole Went, she's playing very well. Oh, Nicole McKenzie
Great bowl, Nix.
gets a slight result, but was always there. So that's two of our quarterfinals, one and done. Nicole Went from Northern Gateway will be through to the semi-finals, and Liv Cartwright was through earlier. Different halves of the draw, so those two won't meet each other until the final if they get through their semi-finals. I have just heard Josh Thornton's rink have got up by 7, so that was in the match of Murray Melly versus Bendigo Campaspe Goldfield, so I don't have a final score just yet, but it's a win to Murray Melly. They've had a narrow win this morning. And then a good win there by 7 shots. Oh, Trish just finding a hole there. There wasn't much of it. Can Nicole add a little gravy here?
Looking very good.
Yeah. Well played. 3 shots, Nicole McKenzie.
We're having a look for 3 actually.
Yeah, it looks like 3. She did move the jack slightly, didn't she? Hope I haven't gone early.
They love their little finger trick, these two.
They do.
Just get the measure out.
They do this a few times over and then they get the measure.
Yeah.
You'd think at some stage they go, we'll just go straight to the tape. A little bit of trivia for you from Ann Jacket. So the lady Nicole beat in the novice 2 years ago was Jan Jeeves from Wonthaggi. She's representing Strzelecki in the Champa Champs this year, so both of them.
Wow, that's impressive. Thanks,
Yeah.
Ange.
All right, so confirmation that was
Yeah,
3.
you were
which
right.
we knew all along.
Time.
So 21-15, Doolan for Yarra, leading Nicole McKenzie of Sandbelt. go. Ingebrigtsen picks up another shot, so she's leading 23-18 against Maureen Drennan. It's a funny one, marking the last bowl. Casper, I don't know. The last score I had was from 3 p.m, so 15 minutes ago, and they were in front 13-6. They played 12 ends, so in another 5 or 10 minutes we'll go out and get some updated scores. So I might even be able to text JT.
I was just going to suggest that. Put JT to work.
Now that I know JT is finished for the day, so Murray Melly have gotten over Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields, we know that.
She's going the shorter end but taking the mat back this time. Both off to a good start.
So I can confirm it was 15-8 for Murray Melly over Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields. So they are through to a semi-final of a State Fours. It's the team from Murray Downs Golf and Country Club. Skipped by the one and only Josh Thornton.
Down now, that ball fell over.
YAR are currently leading 9-8 over Metro West. Geelong is still 13-6 over Northern Gateway. Ballarat Highlands up 13-11 over Eastern Rangers. So that's a massive change. They were down 6-11 after 10 ends. They're now up 13-11. Wow.
Turn around.
Poor JT, he's probably just trying to sit back with his teammates and opponents and just dissect the game. And
No doubt with a Great Northern in hand.
yep, some fat old balding man is texting him saying, "Can you give me some scores?"
Oh, just missed.
Tris tried to do a little dance there and get that one to turn sideways. But
Yes, definitely one.
definitely one is the call. Geelong now up 16-6, Casper, over Northern Gateway. That's 13 ends done. Yarra and Metro West, 9-8 is 14 ends gone. And the match, as we said, that's all done and dusted, is Murray Melly beating Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields 15-8. And Ballarat Highlands 13-11 over Eastern Rangers. That's 12 ends done. So yeah, spot on, Karen. Weather is absolutely beautiful here. Far cry from last weekend. Maureen Drennan's about to pick up a couple. That's a funny old game, that one next door. There's not a bowl outside of a foot in terms of line, but they span the length of about 6 or 7 metres.
Yeah, it hasn't been quite as tight as what we've had on this rink.
No. It'll be 23-20, so Go Ingebrigtsen from Metro West is leading 23-20. And my pet hate in bowls is when people turn all the scoreboards off straight away as soon as the game's done. Makes no difference if it's there. change it before the next game starts.
Yep.
Hey. Yeah. Greenkeeper here, Tonksy, should be very, very proud of what he's put up. You can see the scores here. We've seen a couple of big ends the last 3 or 4 ends. Series of ones. 3 threes in this match. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 twos. Ones everywhere else. And Noreen, weather's supposed to be good until Wednesday. Thursday there is a little bit of rain forecast. But the next few days look pretty much bang on. Not a bad opener, just a touch narrow again. Yeah, there's plenty of it, David, that's for sure. All right, Doolan back on the green now. She currently leads 21-16.
Only 2 rounds today, Tone. Every day, in fact. Only got the 3rd time slot if we end up with players that are in multiple events winning through.
Yeah, we're bound to have a clash of some description at some stage, but where there isn't a clash, we are all good. Which suits the players. I mean, some of these games can go quite a distance. Be no excuses for people not being fully rested by tomorrow morning.
That's about 18 inches.
Yep, ready for their semi-finals.
Been really impressed with Doolan's line today, and I know at this level, you know, many people will say, well, that should be a given, but she's hardly missed it today. Better line from Nicole McKenzie. Needs to stop, probably just a second shot.
Looks like it from here. Yep. Coming in nicely.
Yeah, weight's about spot on. 1 and a measure is the signal.
Close for second, that last shot.
One's not going to get the trip. Ooh, Nicole just lets out a bit of a one of them. Mimicked a horse.
Yeah, she'll be annoyed with herself for that one.
Yeah. measuring on the rink next door. It's been an important measure. It's 23-20 in favour of Ingebrigtsen over Drennan. Interesting, they're asking the marker to measure. Tristan will watch this game back at some stage, and I think that's the area for improvement. She's had a few opportunities where she's had to either add one or whatever the case may be. There's 3 or 4 that stick out in my mind. She's just been a little bit chicken. There we go. Almost straight to the tape now.
Yeah, much better idea.
I don't know, so Maureen Drennan picks up 1. So it's now a 2-shot margin. So Go Ingebrigtsen, representing Metro West, is 23. Maureen Drennan, representing West Coast, is 21. Doolan picks up a single here. She is within 3 shots of taking this match. Almost right in front of us now, so we'll do my darndest not to interrupt them. Repeating some results for the men's 4s. Wimmera have beaten Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields 15-8. You can see the boys from YAR over there, so they were leading 9-8 after 14 ends, so we'll get an update there. Ballarat Highlands have come from the clouds to lead Eastern Rangers 13-11 after 12. And Geelong are up 16-6 over Northern Gateway. They played 13 ends, so I'm just seeing if we've got any updates there, which I'll pass on as soon as we get. Yeah, nice ball here from Doolan. Looks like Ocean Grove have gotten through as well, so get you those scores shortly. Yarra and Ocean Grove have won, so that's the rinks skippered by Tyson and Cromie out of Ocean Grove, Geelong, and Dean O'Neill out of Yarra. Rink skipped by Thornton out of Murray Mallee was the other victor, so we're just waiting on this Ballarat Highlands Eastern Rangers result, which they're 13-12 in favour of Ballarat after 13 ends.
That last bowl, Rod, how far in front is it?
That's just over 1 foot.
Tris holding 3 here. She's close.
See if we can get indication from Rod. It is still 2 to Doolan, so
Cut one out.
Go Ingbertson's just played a great bowl. On the rink next door too, so we'll keep an eye on that one. She's currently leading 23-21. What's she got here, Mel? The line looks pretty good.
Oh, she's done it, I reckon.
Is it enough to wrestle shot?
Trish going on the tape this time.
Yep. I think Go Ingbertson's just saying I can't do any better than that, so she's electing not to bowl her last bowl. There, you can imagine the jack is jammed in on a couple of different bowls, so only one more to go. Ingbertson, that's now 24-21.
And it was 1 to Nix.
What's all happening here, Mel?
We might have missed an end, perhaps, on our scoreboard.
Could be. We'll just double check. It is 22-17, so my bad. So much going on.
And great opener by Nix. It was hard to see what was going on next door there, but it looked like there was 3 bowls all wedged in around the jack.
Yeah. Yeah, Moray Drennan played a lovely bowl to get shot. And Go was able to wrestle it back, sat her out, so.
Still anyone's game, this one.
Yeah, it has been an arm wrestle, hasn't it? Yeah, spot on, Casper. I don't think Nix has played at her best by any stretch, and she's still within striking distance. And it's taken every now and again she sort of held 2 or 3, and Trish Doolan's had the ability to get that shot back.
Yeah.
She's holding one at the moment though.
Trish coming for a look.
It's that time of the match, isn't it? Hear the magpies squawking in the background.
JT's mates.
JT's mates, the Kangaroos. Don't think he'll ever live that down.
We'll never let him.
Actually, maybe, Brad, when we get JT in commentary, we could flash up some symbols and we'll give JT some tests just to name his animals or something. Just a little bit of trivia.
Tell you what.
Collect some front stuff, so no change. Nick's still holding one. Both players still with their fourth bowl. Maureen Drennan on the rink next door holding one. She's trailing 24-21. She's holding one and still has one pill to count. Tell you what, it's a very good effort too. Nicole McKenzie back here.
Yeah, she might have picked up two over there.
So a little touch on the jack here. Tris can take game. Rodney Bates saying one and a measure. So Nicole McKenzie holding one at least. She loves it. Just cutting the head, so no change there. We'll kick one out and we'll get the tape out. See if it's two. No, saying it's only one, so. Nicole McKenzie has this ability to just put on 4 or 5 ends in a row. She's won, well, 4 out of the last 5, including a 3 in there. Maureen Drennan did pick up a 2 on the neighbouring rink, so she's trailing 23-24, representing West Coast in her match against Go Ingebrigtsen, representing Metro West. The Women's Singles State Championship, these are quarter-final matches. Semi-finals played tomorrow morning. needs to nail it here just to put a bit of pressure on. That's how you do it.
Pretty good.
There you go. That's how you respond to pressure.
Great ball. Yeah, just misses the line again.
Maureen Drennan holding definitely one, likely two on the rink next door, which is match for her. Trish asking it to run.
It's not going to.
No, that one is proper short. Maureen Drennan piling on the pressure now. Ingebrigtsen still has 2 bowls to come.
Has she got it this time?
Oh, cracker of a bowl.
Great ball.
Draw some solid applause from those watching.
Still a chance there for Tris to trail that kitty back
Yeah,
to pick up the 3 she needs.
this is for the match. Is it? Just going to cut under. So it's looking like that's 2 to Nicole McKenzie. As we keep a watchful eye on Ingebrigtsen's last bowl.
Oh,
They'll measure for second shot, but in my head, Go has done enough to keep the match alive. To 22-20. Doolan's been stuck on 22 for a little while. Go Ingebrigtsen, who was leading 24, has just succumbed to the pressure of Maureen Drennan, who picks up a 2 on the last end. So 25-24. It's becoming a familiar scoreline in this event.
it is.
Maureen Drennan representing West Coast gets over Go Ingebrigtsen from Metro West, 25-24. They had an absolute ding-dong battle all day. They do not get any closer.
Great ball.
So this is our final match. the women's quarterfinals, state championships and women's singles. Nice compact little head here, Mel. Standard just ticking up a notch.
Put on a show for us.
Sure have. Nicole McKenzie holding one. Be worth 2 in most other books, but I think it's only 1.
One down.
Good home though.
Yep. How good are we going at picking the best match each time?
Yes.
2 from 2 so far.
Someone commented on that before. Might have been when you stepped away. I said it's because we've got such great talent here in Victoria.
That's
Doesn't
right.
matter what match we pick.
Yeah, spot on. Truth asking for it to go hard. No change. Kelly McCarran over there, Mel. She in your team in the triples?
She is. Should be playing tomorrow in Champion of Champions, I think.
That's 4 pretty good bowls from Nicole McKenzie.
Only one, isn't it, Rod?
Yes. Second shot there.
Truce just confirming it's only 1.
Jess Alvaro, I'll get to your question in 1 second. Does she have the legs?
She's got the track.
Oh, it's a cruel game.
Oh. Just fall short. 1 to Niggers.
21-22. So Maureen Drennan, who got through, will play against Olivia Cartwright in the semi-final. And Nicole Wendt is through in 1 half. She will play the winner of this match here, Jess. So Nicole Wendt we had on the stream this morning. She accounted for Anne Draffen 25-24 in an absolute belter.
Such a good game. Nix has won the last 5 ends.
Yeah, 6 of the last 7. So 22, not a good number for Doolan.
What a cracker to start with.
It's the way to do it.
Another bomb from Nix. Try there by Tris, didn't quite make it.
Don't mind this one too. This is pressure central.
3 good bowls by Nix.
Yeah, good memory, Casper. She did. It's a hard game, this one. Might be the last couple for you, Casper. It's the first couple for me.
What's she going to do here, Tone?
Well, I don't think it matters too much. I don't think widening the target is a big issue. Obviously, Tris has signalled she's playing a little bit extra weight. But she can cover the back bowl or just add to it. I'd be in favour of adding to it. It's a risk and reward type strategy, I understand, but
Playing the forehand, probably back
yeah,
to...
she's going to cover.
Yeah.
She can, of course, do both. Cover and count out the back. But she's going just for coverage. Looks more interested in this. It's just going to cut away. So that's definitely 2. We'll see if it's 3, but I'd say it's 2.
23, 22.
Yeah, 2 it is. So
Nicole
Nix
McKenzie
hits
hits
the
the lead.
front for the first time.
Yeah, that was always the risk, Phil Crowder, but gee, it's been a good game. Nicole McKenzie's had 2 solid runs. She's 6 ends and 7 out of 8 in this run, and there was a run earlier where she had 4 out of 5.
They've been out here for over 3 hours.
Yeah, not bad for a game of singles. We've played 32 ends.
Great start again, Nix.
That's been the difference in these last few ends, isn't it?
That's a very good bowl.
128 lunges. Bit of roll up as well. They'll be thankful there's only 2 games today, I think.
Absolutely.
dialed in now.
Yep, she's got her eye on the prize.
Yeah, spot on, Matty Brain. We were talking about this earlier in the coverage when those who saw the Adelaide Masters recently with Brett Spur getting over Aaron Sheriff was doing the damage with his first bowl almost every time. He was also deadly with his fourth bowl. Touch heavy. She's holding one so far.
There's one down. At an 1.5 inch gap.
Eastern Rangers have defeated Ballarat Highlands 15-14. It was a bit of a humdinger, that one. Ballarat were a long way behind. They picked up 7 shots in 2 ends. Just got their noses in front, but Eastern Rangers have got up and over them in the end, 15-14 in the men's fours. So that'll mean wins to Geelong, Murray Mallee, Yarra and Eastern Rangers. It's heavy again. Truce down 1.
Can she draw it off? Not with this one.
Touch high for mine, so no change there. That'll be one more to Nicole McKenzie. It's 24-22. Nicole McKenzie continues this little purple patch, 7 ends in a row, 8 of the last 9. She's electing to take the mat all the way back to the tee. Be interested to see how far she rolls this Jack Mel. I think it'll only be sort of a mid-range length, just short of the mid-range. Longer than what she's been going, so a bit over mid-range in fact. I think 2 yards in from the tee or thereabouts.
Big deep breath from Nix.
Well, needs only 1. She'd love to put the pressure on with bowl 1. It's a pretty good effort.
Yeah, not a bad start. Miss your line, they just run on.
We're almost seeing the reversal of what was happening 7 or 8 ends ago. It was Nicole just missing narrow. Triss surrounding it. Now Nicole's been able to find her line.
Yep.
How far in front of the jack is Nick's bowl here, please?
This bar,
Yeah,
about 2 feet to jack high.
thank you.
Oh dear. May have done enough.
Oh, yeah, she might have jagged it. Yep.
To relieve a little bit of pressure.
That's what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
How far behind was that ball now, please?
About 15 inches behind jack high.
Interested looking at what she can sit on. Well, she'll be kicking herself a little bit.
Yeah.
Had a great opportunity there. This looks a wider track.
Can she make the most of it? Bit hot.
So Triss holding one. She's down 22-24.
Don't think she can make 3 out of it, but she could get 2.
Suffers a similar fate to a couple of other key bowls. Nicole McKenzie's looking at this. It's definitely one, so might have been more in hope than anything, but 23-24. Goodness me, Mel.
We get to watch another end. I'm not complaining.
No, both of them put on a very good show. See that layer of green towards the end of this match. That's Nicole McKenzie's scores. So just repeating in the other quarterfinals, Maureen Drennan from West Coast. She got through over Go Ingebrigtsen from Metro West. Olivia Cartwright from Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields was able to beat Lorraine Dowson from Strzelecki. And Nicole Went from Northern Gateway got over the top of Ginny Lawson from Murray Mallee. So Maureen Drennan will take on Olivia Cartwright in one semi-final. Nicole Went will take on the winner of this match. And we'll find out who that is in just a few moments. Absolute cliffhanger. Good start from Trish Doolan. Tris will be very happy to be off that 22 that she's been stuck on for about 7 or 8 ends. This looks pretty handy too, though.
Great reply.
Yeah. Just kicks the jack forward a touch.
Could be the winning shot.
Yep. This is the danger when you've got that sort of pressure. Tris has not missed that by much. But unfortunately she has no margin for error.
Yeah.
Down 24-23. Nicole McKenzie changed hands.
How far off the jack is the shot ball, please?
3 inches directly behind.
Thank you.
It's a good effort. It's about a foot short.
Holding 2.
It's been an amazing game, really. One of those ones where it's a shame there has to be only one winner.
Yep.
Tris Doolan down 1 on the head. Down game. This is her last bowl. Go big is the call from Michael Quayle. She's got everything at the back. Changing hands. Ay, ay, ay. Asking for it to hurry. No change and players will shake hands. It's been an absolute cracker of a match and both players played in very good spirits to a very high standard. No matter which way you cut it, Mel, the result is going to say Nicole McKenzie has a 25-23 victory.
What a game.
She just had a couple of runs there. We look at this across the scoreboard. She's sort of got 9 of the last 10 ends or thereabouts. And
Yeah, really got the momentum going.
she did. She did. And I think both players can hold their head high. So that rounds out our quarterfinals of the women's singles here for State Championships week. So semi-finals played tomorrow morning. They are a 9:30 start. It will be Nicole McKenzie representing Sandbelt. She'll be up against Nicole Went representing Northern Gateway. The other semi-final will be Maureen Drennan from West Coast up against Olivia Cartwright from Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields. In our men's fours in equal stages, quarterfinals there, we had wins to Geelong, Murray Melly, Yarra and Eastern Rangers. So they'll fight it out in semi-finals at the same time tomorrow morning. We thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much, Mel, for joining us in commentary.
Thanks, Tom.
Brad from SEN, who's produced the show today, we do appreciate it, of course. Rodney Bates, our marker, our volunteers that have helped day one go quite swimmingly here at Bendigo East Bowls Club. Of course, our thanks to Moama Bowls Club for powering our stream, and the City of Greater Bendigo for assisting us with hosting state championships right here for 2023. We look forward to seeing you in the morning.